Hi, everyone. Welcome to the College Fairs of Greater Denver Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. My name is Catherine, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are here, ready and available to answer your questions. This is one of many college presentations being offered, so feel free to check the schedule on the website for more. And lastly, this session is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Greater Denver. We are currently in session E6, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this is the same order of presentations. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our very first representative from the University of Colorado, Boulder.
All right, hello. Thank you so much for the introduction, Catherine. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Andrew Garcia. I serve as the Assistant Director of Admissions here at the University of Colorado Boulder. So happy to speak with you all this evening. As you can see there is a nice view from Boulder Valley here, and we'll just go ahead and jump right into our presentation. I only have 6 minutes. So as we mentioned, I am the Assistant Director, and I have been with the office for 3 years here at CU Boulder. So just some highlights about CU Boulder itself. So we're actually was rated the #1 college town in America this past year. And actually for the past 2 years, the city of Boulder itself was rated the top place to live in America for the last 2 years. And people think, oh my gosh, CU Boulder, it's such a large university. And yes, we are large. We do have 34,000 students, but we actually only have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So we do not believe in large lecture halls. We believe in utilizing our research faculty. So that takes me to another component about CU Boulder is we are a tier 1 research university. There's only about 34, 35 other tier 1 research universities. So your professors are actually doing active work. Some of our students are discovering stars, discovering planets, discovering moons, and also helping to create additional vaccines for other viruses that we are trying to fight in our world as well. On top of that, we have other programs. We have 8 different colleges. I'll take some time to overview our various colleges and programs. We have over 4,000 courses overall. We have study abroad programming in 65 different countries. So some students get to travel to 2 or 3 different countries in their time at CU. And some of our programs, for example, the College of Business, you actually get to travel to Europe and be a business consultant, which is really exciting. And then there's just so many ways to get involved. We're a Pac-12 university, so there's competitive sports, competitive athletics, but we have intramural sports. We have 10 basketball courts at a rec center, we have an ice rink, and we even have a buffalo-shaped swimming pool, something that no other university here can attest to. So these are just some of our programs that we do have. So we have our College of Arts and Sciences, which most of our students will be a part of. So for example, psychology, sociology, biology, chemistry programs, art composition, art history programs, world languages. Those are a lot of our programs would be within the College of Arts and Sciences. We also have neuroscience and mathematics, for example. Also, we do have the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. So the recent college rankings for the engineering schools just came out. Our aerospace engineering is one of the top programs in the nation. And we do have 15 other disciplines within the College of Engineering, ranging from mechanical, biomedical engineering as well. And then we have our Leeds Business School, and same with the College of Engineering, our business program was actually rated one of the top in the country as well, just due to the high impact internship opportunities and mentorship opportunities that students get to participate in. And then on the bottom there, you'll see our other fine colleges as well. Like, for example, we do have the College of Music. We're actually one of the top universities for Grammy nominees and a Grammy Award winners for colleges and universities. And then we also have program in environmental design for students that are looking to do architecture, green buildings, design parks, design cities. One of our newest buildings on campus was actually a CU Boulder graduate who designed the building. So we certainly believe in our students enough to help build our new buildings on campus. And then all first-year freshmen are required to live on campus, and most of your dorms will be set up based on your major. So we do make that convenient there as well. And as I kind of get on my last minute here, certainly we're located just about 45 minutes north of Denver. These are just kind of our admitted student averages. These are not cut scores. This is just typically our student ranges. However, we are test optional for the second year in a row. So we will evaluate your application with or without test scores. So we have two different ways, but they're both very equitable, and we do not look at test scores for scholarship purposes. So I'll just overview the checklist here and just kind of leave that up for a moment. But we are a Common App school. We have 2 short essays, letter of recommendation. Like I said, test scores are optional. We will need your official high school transcript. So that is something that will be required. So this is just a general checklist. We'll certainly have some time for some Q&A as well. The deadline that's most important for many of you all is November 15th. So we are early action deadline school. So we have our first deadline, November 15th. Our second deadline is January 15th. And then what we do offer is a 4-year tuition guarantee. So you'll pay the same rates all 4 years at CU Boulder. So we will not raise our tuition at all. And then certainly we want you to follow us on social media. So just don't take it from the admissions guy. You know, we have student takeovers. You can certainly learn more about the research opportunities, what our students like to do on and off campus, and really just learn more about some of the amazing speakers from all over the world that come to CU Boulder as well. And then there's my contact information, Andrew P. Garcia at colorado.edu. And then, yes, I'll go ahead and pass it on to the next college rep. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome, thank you. The next representative is from Colorado State University, Pueblo.
Hello. All right, so my name is Katie. I am the current Visitor Center Coordinator here at CSU Pueblo, and I am an alumni. I graduated last year, and I'm so excited to share all about CSU Pueblo to you today. If you do not know where we are in Pueblo. We are 2 hours south of Denver. We are 45 minutes from the mountains, and we have 300 days of sunshine a year. Just some quick facts about CSU Pueblo. We have about 4,000 students, and our average class size is 16 students. So we're a bit of a smaller school, but you have that opportunity to really get to know your classmates and your teachers. 40% of our students are first generation, and 50% of our students are from diverse backgrounds. So when you're walking through campus, you are seeing all different kinds of people, all different walks of life when you are here on campus. We have over 30 majors. We have everything from business to history to my personal favorite, psychology. And then we also have our 3+2 programs in a couple of different areas where you can get your master's and your bachelor's degree in 5 years rather than 6 years. So that's something pretty interesting that CSU Pueblo has to offer. We also have a ton of minors to choose from. When you're looking for your minor, there's always going to be something that you'll like. At CSU Pueblo, we also offer a lot of hands-on experiences and research, clinical experiences, and internships. We also have a new program called CSU Pueblo Works, where we want our students that have to work or do internships, we want to pay them. And so right now, our student teachers is the first program that we've put out through that. Our student teachers are going and student teaching, and we're paying them to do so rather than them not being paid. So it's a pretty interesting program that we offer. We also have 21 NCAA Division II sports, and we compete in the RMAC conference. We also have a lot of club and intramural sports if you don't want to play at that upper level. At CSU Pueblo, we also have more than 75 clubs and organizations. So there's always something going on campus. There's always something fun to do. If you're not interested in sports, you can definitely go to a club. If we don't have a club that you're interested in and you have some friends, you can make your own club. And then a good thing about CSU Pueblo is we are one of the more affordable institutions. We offer a lot of scholarships to our students. So that's just a quick overview of that. For our in-state students, The tuition is about $10,000 per year. And that's just tuition. With housing, it's another 10, so that's 21 per year, which is really great. We also offer merit scholarships to incoming freshmen. These are automatic. It is based off your GPA, ACT, SAT scores, or class rank. It is one of the three. Doesn't have to be all three. We are also test optional, so you can submit your test scores if you scored high and want to submit for the scholarship, but other than that, we don't need them. And then this is just the application checklist. So you apply online at csupueblo.edu/apply. Make sure you submit your official high school and college transcripts, your test scores, if you so choose. And then there's a $25 application fee. And then if you're interested in visiting campus, go ahead and grab that QR code. Come and see us, meet with an admissions counselor, meet with financial aid, and come see what our campus has to offer. And then that is my contact information if you wish to contact Csu Pueblo. Thank you.
So much great information. Thank you. Just a friendly reminder that if anyone has any questions, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A button towards the bottom of your screen. Our representatives are here and available to answer your questions. The next representative is from Ames Community College.
My name is Jaime Gonzalez. I am an admission counselor for Ames Community College. I am the bilingual admission counselor. To start off with, I want to say that we do have 5 different campuses. We are in the Northern Colorado. The first would be Windsor, which focuses on law, public safety, criminal justice, automotive. Fort Lupton focus on agriculture, sciences, and technology, commercial driver license, and welding as well. Our other campus would be online. What we mean by this is we do have some online classes. We do not offer online programs, but we do have some classes that we offer online. Then Greeley, which is going to be our main campus, and be our STEM science, and technology, engineering and mathematics, human services and education, technical science and skilled trade, welding, aviation, health careers, art, communication, criminal justice. And then in our Loveland campus, we're going to have our general education, computer and digital art. Here are just some good things to know. So we have a ratio of 41% are male, 59% are female. As you guys can see, we do have a diversity of Hispanic students as well as Caucasian and the age as well. We do have students that are over 72 and some that are younger than 18. Our class size is typically the average of 16 students per professor. That is a bit smaller this year with COVID. We are looking at 10 students per professor. We have free parking. We are accredited, affordable, and transferable. We do offer 200 plus degree programs and 4,000 plus daytime and evening courses. As you guys can see, your ratio when it comes to tuition, we are doing regular rates at $67 per credit hour in district and $106 in state. That may change, of course, for different programs such as fire science, communications, media, surgical, technology, sterile processing, technology, aviation, radiological tech, nursing, and automotive. For a whole year, and you're looking at an average about 2,010 in district and 3,180. Of course, these are estimates from last year. Here are some of our programs and scholarships that we offer. So Ames Foundation Scholarship is basically offers more than 80 scholarships, and the generosity of our donors. You may apply on March 1st. We would want an application on file. And then we have our Ames CTE Short Program Scholarship. This is a program for those that are looking into those small certificates and not really getting a full associate's, but rather a certificate. You would be applying. That is open year round. Then we have our Ames Opportunity Scholarship, which is going to be for those high school students with a GPA of 3.0 or higher that are new students to Ames, and their final transcript show that they had 3.0 or higher. And then we have our Ames Scholarship, which is going to be for returning students who have at least 15 undergraduate credits and a cumulative GPA of 3.2. For this credit, it's actually given automatically for the scholarship. So as long as we can check your GPA was a 3.2 and that you have completed those 15 undergraduate, it's going to be automatic. You don't have to sign up for anything for this scholarship. Here's just a little bit about what we offer. So we offer Associates of Arts, and then we also Associates of Science. Typically, that's for a transfer to a four-year institution. We also have the AAS degree, which is Associates of Applied Science. That's typically about 2 years as well, a little bit longer, but it's with an emphasis with some general education and also stands alone for employment. So typically not decide to transfer, but decide more for the workforce right away. Then we have the certificates that are typically about a year or less, and those are short-term programs teaching entry-level job skills. And some common questions we get are, what are common career pathways? And those are agriculture and energy, technical science and skilled trade, STEM, art and communication, business, health careers, criminal justice and public safety, human services and education. And a great program that I would like to talk about is our Ames to UNC path. It's basically, you would be able to be part of UNC and Ames at the same time if you're part of this program, meaning that you would be able to take advantage of their library, their books, their games, even their dorms. And you would be both an Ames student and as well as a UNC student. And it's just a good way to transition if you are planning to be at the UNC. And here are steps to apply. So if you want to take a screenshot on what to do and how to apply, how to become an Ames Aardvark. And here is our contact info. So if you guys would like to take a quick screenshot of this page, and that would be all for Ames Community College.
Great, thank you. Our next representative is from University of Colorado, Denver.
Hey y'all, how's it going? So I am Ellen Sweeney. I am our admissions counselor for the University of Colorado, Denver. So just jump right in here. So we are located in the heart of downtown. So we have around 11,000 students on our campus at one time. We are the only tri-institutional campus in the state, or in the nation really. So we are part of Metropolitan State University of Denver, as well as the Community College of Denver. So we share this one campus, but if you do choose to be a student at CU Denver, you will only be taking classes with CU Denver professors, with CU Denver students. We do also have smaller class sizes, around 27-1. Really, when you get into your major specific classes, that's where the courses will generally see a smaller student population. In those core classes, you're going to see just a little bit higher in the 75 to 100 student range. Just a little bit about our student population. 49% of our students are first generation, 42% of our students are students of color, 8% students are veterans, 50% are transfer students, and we have 48 states represented, as well as 64 countries. We are also a sister campus to the Anschutz Medical Campus located in Aurora. So if you choose to go down the medical or healthcare field, you will be taking classes at the Anschutz Medical Campus as well. We do have over 140 different degree programs here at CU Denver that you can choose from, all within our 7 schools and colleges located on the campus. Again, if you're going into the healthcare field, you'll be going into our Anschutz Medical Campus. If you do decide to go down that route, you'll typically do the first 2.5 years here on the downtown campus, and then you will transfer over to the Anschutz Medical Campus to continue on your medical degree. A little bit about our campus. We have over 120 student organizations that you can choose from, and you can always create one if you don't find one that you typically enjoy. We are part of an SGA as well, so student government. So what I really loved about being a student at CU Denver is students' voices are heard. So a lot of buildings, our mascot Milo the Lynx, the Wellness Center that you can see pictured above, are all student initiatives through SGA. So we do really try to listen to our students and see how can we give them a better campus feel. We are not NCAA recognized like our sister campus, CU Boulder, but we do have over 15 club sports and intramural sports. So you're still traveling, you're still trying out for them. You're basically just not being paid to be a student athlete. A little bit of life off campus. So obviously we are in downtown, so there's so many things that you can do. We are very close to 16th Street Mall as well as Larimer Square. So a bunch of different restaurants, shops, really close to Union Station as well, where you can get on the RTD light rail and literally go every which way. We do have discounted tickets to our Denver Performing Arts Complex, any of the sports games besides the Denver Broncos, art galleries, Red Rocks concerts, really anything that you can think of. We typically have discounted tickets for our students. We also have a bunch of ski resorts, as you probably know, being in Colorado. I think the closest one that we do have is about 45 minutes away, depending on traffic. So everybody's favorite topic, financial aid. So I will just touch on our in-state tuition here. So we're looking at around $10,000 for the year to be considered a full-time student. Highly recommend submitting the FAFSA, regardless if you're going to be using federal aid or not. It just allows us to curate that award package for you. We do also have many scholarships and merit-based scholarships that we give out each year. It is on a first-come, first-served basis, so definitely applying sooner rather than later would be great, just so you can get the biggest scholarship that you can get. So a little bit about our campus and living on campus. So we do not require any of our students to live on campus at any time, but a lot of benefits to being on our Csu Denver campus is typically students have a higher GPA, an easier transition, just meeting people, getting a community at Csu Denver to really see where you fit in on the Auraria campus. Living on campus at Csu Denver, we also have a new residence hall called City Heights that is typically for our freshmen coming from the state of Colorado or out of state. That will tag on additional fees and residence hall life, so just be aware of that. We do use a roommate matching system, almost like a dating app, so just picking who you would like to live with is definitely something that our students do enjoy as well. So with our application, you can apply through our Common App and or our Csu Denver application. It is up to your choosing. We do have a $50 fee tagged onto that application, regardless of which application you're using. We do need all of your high school transcripts to be sent over. We can make a decision without your senior year or graduation date listed at this point. So again, applying sooner rather than later is great. We are also test optional, so you do not need to send in your SAT or ACT scores if your GPA is above a 3.0. If it's anything below, please contact me and we can have that conversation. For our fall 2022, our deadline is July 31st. And that's all I've got for you, so I'll hand it off to the next person.
We really appreciate it. Thank you. Just another friendly reminder that if anyone has any questions at all, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A button towards the bottom of your screen. Any questions you have about the college application process, or even any questions for any of our representatives here tonight, we encourage you to include the school name. And there's some great questions coming in as well, so thank you. Our next representative is from Front Range Community College.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Hannah Brown, and I work at Front Range Community College. And I would just like to tell you a little bit more about why a community college is such a great choice. We definitely focus on the small classroom experience. Our average students in the classroom, number of students in the classroom is 19. Our largest class gets up to only about 38. So it's definitely a different kind of environment than you would find if you are interested in that small classroom environment. Definitely different than what you would find in the large universities for those initial classes. We have great faculty engagement. Those small classes really provide that, as well as faculty that are focused on teaching. They're not required to research, and individualized advisors as well. We can be a great transition from a high school to a university. Over half of our students at our Westminster campus are first generation. And so we know that we need to provide some really great support services to make everyone be accessible, and then also have all of the services to support students to be successful while they're in college. We cost a lot less, which is really great for students and families. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. We offer flexible class schedules. The majority of our students work at the same time while they are going to school. We are open admission, which basically means that everybody that applies is admitted. And then we have those transferable classes as well as classes to help you get into a career field. We do not have any dorms on campus, so you do not have to live on campus either. Front Range does have 4 different locations. I work at the Westminster campus, which is just right outside of Denver, kind of close to Waterworld, if you've ever been up there. We have a Boulder County campus in Longmont, a Larimer campus in Fort Collins, at Brighton Center. And I know online classes have kind of gotten a bad rep lately, but we have been offering online classes since the 90s and continue to do so, and it provides some really great flexibility for our students. At Front Range, we offer certificates, which are short programs of study, and certificates are really great for students coming out of high school, especially to get a stepping stone. Students can complete a certificate in about 15 weeks, 1 semester, or 9 months, and then can go on and work in the field while they're still going to school. And that's really great for our students and can help them get out into the workforce. We offer 4 different kinds of associate's degrees, our Associates of Arts and Associates of Science degrees, which are the degrees that are designed to transfer to universities. And then our Associates of Applied Science and Associates of General Studies degrees, which are more focused on workforce preparation. We do also offer 2 bachelor's degrees, a Bachelor of Applied Science in Geospatial Science, and then a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. All of our programs are organized into 6 different career and academic communities, which you can see here. And I would invite you to check out our website to look at all of the different programs and learn more about them. One thing that is really great about community colleges is that we offer many courses that are classified as GT, or guaranteed transfer. And what that means is that the state of Colorado has guaranteed that the classes that you're taking at Front Range or any community college are the same classes, and then they're guaranteed to transfer. Due to our location, we are the #1 transfer institution for CU Boulder, CSU Fort Collins, and MSU Denver. And we see a lot of students just take a few classes as well as entire degrees. We also have a great new program called Bridge to Bachelor's, which is a guaranteed admission program for students once they complete an associate's degree with us. So it's a really great program for students, again, to save money, take advantage of all the community college has to offer, but still go to get their bachelor's degree at their school of choice. We also have special transfer programs with Regis University, which is a private university, lots of engineering transfer agreements. We were the first school just recently to sign on with the Colorado School of Mines for offering an Associates of Engineering Science. And then we are regionally accredited, so students can transfer out of state as well. If you are wanting to get started at Front Range, again, we are open enrollment. So basically everybody that applies is admitted. It's totally free. There's no deadline. We don't ask for an essay or test scores or GPA or anything like that. Everybody that applies is admitted. Then there are some things that you'll want to go through so that you can become a student and register for classes. And all of those steps are laid out on our website. In terms of tuition and fees, this is so great. Students can save so much money just by taking their first 2 years with us. It's around $11,000 that students save on average by doing those same classes for the first 2 years. And it's about $2,000 to $2,500 per semester, so about $4,000 to $5,000 for a year for a Colorado resident. So again, if you think about the cost the classes being the same, having that savings in the cost is really fantastic. Also, we do have financial aid. So students can get grants, loans, and work study by filling out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, as well as applying for our scholarships. And our scholarship season runs December 1st through March 1st. We are almost at offering $1 million in scholarships to our students this year. So it's really exciting. We've got a lot of money to help our students pay. Finally, there's a lot of different exciting things that we encourage our students to get involved in, different activities and clubs and organizations on campus. And then of course, we have a lot of free academic support and student support services as well. So if you are interested in Front Range, I invite you to scan the QR code. I will also throw this in the chat, but thank you so much.
Wonderful. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from Adams State University.
Hey everyone, my name is Sam Sargent. I'm an admissions counselor with Adams State University. See if my computer wants to be nice right now. There we go. So Adams State, we are located in Alamosa, Colorado. Yes, we are still in Colorado. Many people think that we are actually part of New Mexico, but we are 30 miles north. We're located in the San Luis Valley. So if anyone's been down to the Great Sand Dunes National Park, you can actually see them a little bit over here in this top picture. But we are a very small institution. We are about 1,900 students. And so our class sizes are going to be very, very small. We actually only have 4 classes that are over 50 students. But for the most part, students are going to start off in classes about 20, 30 students per. And then as you get higher up, it just gets smaller and smaller. Our student to teacher ratio is 16:1. 17% of our students are first generation, 37% Hispanic, and 61% minority. We do offer over 20 different majors with 60 different emphasis areas to choose from. Some of our top majors include business, nursing, education. We're actually been in education school since 1921, so we're officially celebrating 100 years of education. And brand new, rolling out fall of 22, we are actually partnering with CSU to offer a mechanical engineering degree. So a large school degree at a small school price. We're very excited to be able to announce that officially. We do compete in the NCAA Division II Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. We have 22 different men's and women's sports as seen here. We're probably most well known for our running. We did actually have one of our students in the Olympics this year. She ran the 3,000 meter steeplechase. We are the most affordable four-year residential institution in the state of Colorado. Our total cost of attendance for residents is just under $19,000, and that includes pretty much everything except for your books, including everything on campus. We do have quite a few automatic merit-based scholarships, as well as over 200 institutional scholarships. Those actually open up tomorrow, and we are one of the first schools in Colorado to have our scholarship deadline on February 1st. We use a really cool system called Scholarship Universe. Students do have to be admitted in order to access that. You get to log in. It's going to ask you a ton of different questions, everything from where are you from, what are you majoring in, things like that. And it will automatically match you with not only our institutional scholarships, but over 14,000 national scholarships to kind of take away that burden of having to Google all of those different scholarship opportunities. As far as admissions, we are test optional just like the rest of Colorado. All we need is your official high school transcripts and at least a 2.9 GPA, but we do have a 99% acceptance rate. So we work with all of our students no matter what. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Other than that, thank you so much. I'll pass it back over.
Great, thank you. So much great information from all our representatives and all our panelists. So excited at this point now, since we have some extra time left, to pivot now into our Q&A portion of this session. So I invite all our representatives at this time to go ahead and unmute themselves or get ready to unmute themselves, turn on your video, and we'll go ahead and get started with our first question here, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented in.
Yeah, I think my advice would be, just taking in this session, right? I mean, I think this now is the time to really do the research, really weigh the cost, the benefits, see which college may have the best major that you're looking into. Are you thinking about graduate school? I think, we got a lot of good questions in the chat there about that. So yeah, I think it's just really writing down even pros and cons, keeping it very simple, trying to visit our campuses as well. A lot of our campuses are open. You could just go to our main admissions web pages and do campus tours. We have campus tours twice a day at CU, and they even Saturday tours as well. And then a lot of the universities here have rolling admissions as well. Even though we have our deadlines, we do have grace periods as well. I'm not supposed to say that, but we are very flexible. We understand life happens and needs more time to make an informed decision. So that'd be my advice.
So my advice, so obviously deciding where to go to school is always going to be kind of a difficult decision, especially if you don't know, you're torn. And I think just the biggest thing is just always kind of follow what feels right. Because in the end, that's what's gonna get you there.
So I'd say my advice is same as Andrew, go visit the colleges, go visit the universities. Also, community college is always a great option, whatever community college you choose. And at the end of the day, you would be able to transfer and get that degree. So, partnering up. So example, you can get your first general eds with us and then transfer to the University of Colorado Boulder or the Colorado State University Pueblo or the University of Colorado Denver or Adams State University. There is many options out there. So I would just say, look into that. Try saving as much money as you can. Look into all the scholarships as well. I mean, look what they offer. So for example, us, if you do have a 3.0 or higher, like I mentioned, you do get those $500 automatically first semester.
I think for me, looking at a college or university that you might not think you like. I know personally for me, when I was looking at CU Denver, I was definitely not a city person whatsoever. I grew up in Castle Rock and it was very suburban and almost kind of front range. So looking at like college institution that maybe might be in an area that you're not used to or a different state or just even like a town over, just something that might surprise you because you might end up really liking it.
My advice is just to know that there are people like us that are there to help answer questions. So please reach out to us because we want to help you with this process. We know we've all been there. We know how hard it can be and stressful. So we want to help you with that. And just really think about what's going to make the best fit for you, not necessarily your best friend or your sibling, but what's going to be the best fit for you. You're going to be the most successful if you find a school that's a great fit.
Kind of touching on Hannah's, don't be afraid to ask questions. The whole college application process is very scary and there's so many acronyms and all of that. So don't be afraid to ask any questions. All of the admission staff, financial aid staff, that's what we're here for, just to be a sounding board for you and to be able to bounce those questions off that you do have.
Great. And all great advice shared. Again, everyone's here as a resource. There are a lot of tips that we can all learn from our great representatives here. Our next question here is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school? What's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I think for CU, I mean, people know that we're a larger university. There's just so many more activities and programs. I would say that we're a research university, that you can actually do active research in your fields of study in all of your classes. So that would be my takeaway. We are a research university.
I would want students to remember that even though CSU Pueblo is a smaller school, we still have a lot to offer, and that's not something you should forget.
I would want students to remember that Ames Community College is affordable, accreditable, and also transferable.
I think for CU Denver, a very diverse campus in a growing city. So a lot of opportunities are popping up, not only in business, but medical, entrepreneurship, research, internships, all that good stuff.
You don't have to go in debt to have a great college experience. We offer the same classes at a lower cost, sometimes even taught by the same faculty. And it's just a great experience for our students. 92% of our students would recommend other students take classes with us.
And similar to CSUP, we may be small and have that personalized attention, but there is still quite a lot to do here in Alamosa and at Adams State.
Awesome. And then our next question here is, what is one myth you would like to debunk on the college admissions process? What is one myth you would like to debunk on the college admissions process?
I think for CU Boulder is that we're very selective. We're actually, for in-state students, we're looking for ways to admit our students. We're not looking for ways to deny you. So at least for us, we're we're looking for ways to admit our students. We look at upward trend. If you had a rough semester, a rough year, we look at grade trend as well. So for our in-state students, we are looking for ways to admit you. So that would be the myth I would like to change.
I would want to debunk the idea that it is complicated, but it's not, because you always have help, because there's always an admissions counselor, someone there to help you with the process.
So similar to Andrew, just debunking that we want students to go to school, we want them to go. So there's ways. Also, every financial aid process is a little bit different. So we do have financial aid available. We can meet personally and get that changed, especially with COVID affecting our families out there. We do know that there's ways we can appeal that and kind of look into the income of now instead of 2 years ago. So keep that in mind.
I think for me, they're like admissions counselors might seem like scary people, and we're the ones like making the decisions and looking at your application and everything. But we're just people. We're friendly. We're nice. You see us rolling into your high school with our rolly bags and our swag. So, we're really fun to talk to. So definitely don't be afraid to reach out to any one of us at any time, because we're definitely here to help you.
I think you don't have to always apply to the biggest name school. Again, I really recommend thinking about where you're going to be the best fit and have the best experience, and really looking at those as places to apply. So don't feel like you have to have on your list all of these really high tier schools. Think about what's going to be the best for you.
I think a myth about the college application process is that it can be very expensive to apply to schools. Yeah, we all have $30, $50 application fees, but a little hidden secret is that you can always ask for application waivers. And in the state of Colorado, we're actually having Colorado Free Application Day coming up soon. So definitely take advantage of that.
Awesome. And I couldn't ask for a better way to end. All our representatives have shared some great information, great tips, again, ways to debunk a lot of myths that are out there. And so again, thank you so much to our representatives for your time, for sharing all about your respective institutions. And we, as I think it was a common theme that was mentioned, that everyone is here to help. So feel free to reach out at any time. And again, we thank each of you for joining us. We have now reached the conclusion of this session. As we close, there'll be a very quick 5-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, your feedback is extremely helpful. And this is one of many college presentations being offered, so feel free to check the schedule on the website for more. And lastly, this session is being recorded. Feel free to rewatch or catch it later on demand at strivescan.com/Greater Denver. strivescan.com/Greater Denver. Thank you all and have a great night.